How about getting the generator serviced before field day? Oil change, filter, air filter, battery charged.
Yep.
Oh, you want
Al
the
just
grant?
walked out, so you'll need to get with him on that.
Okay.
He's
Email.
He's sync generator.
Yeah, is he gone?
No, he just went down the hall.
Okay.
All right, Terry.
All right, contesting. It's on the board. The big deal it's on right now is the Air Force Crossband. The big deal about that is you'll have to go to that DoD Mars org under the Mars COMEX tab, and that will give you, there's in excess of 20 stations with call signs that you, and if you've never worked it before, there'll be call signs you don't recognize because they're military call signs. They cannot talk on amateur bands, and you cannot talk on military bands. So you'll have to set your receiver up to split. So you need to learn how to do that if you already don't do it. A lot of contests use split anyway, but this could be band split or over beyond where you can legally transmit and receive, not receive, but over what you can transmit. So if you're using logging software, you actually may have to go into your software and tell it to accept out of band receipt and and irregular call signs, because the logging software that I use, if I didn't check those boxes, it would not let me log in a military call sign because it doesn't match an amateur call sign, and it wouldn't let me log a receive frequency because it's way outside the band. So check that COMEX tab. That'll give the mode that they'll be using, the call sign they'll be using. If there's hour limitations when they're going to be talking, it'll have those hour limitations, and then it will tell you what band they're going to be talking on, what frequency, so you can dial up to that, and then they'll be listening wherever they say they'll be listening. All right, Arkansas QSO party, the PSK DX contest from Europe, and the CQ Worldwide CW version. That's a big contest. In June, that museum ships on the air were so many that I could not. It would take 4 pages just to list them all. So if you're liking special events, Dick doesn't come, but he's a big special event guy. That museum ships is a big deal. I think that includes the light ships as well. Lots of them on. The 1010 International PSK version is going to be on. Kentucky, West Virginia are going to be on that month. The All Asia DX contest, CW, a lot of CW contests, it looks like. International Digi from ARL is a big one, and the VHF. Do you guys get the big ARL VHF contest? You. In fact, who didn't you plaque last year? Seems to me like somebody plaqued last year. Oh, okay. Congratulations on that. This year we had Jeff Dye. He won Gulf Division CW, so he plaqued this year. So congratulations, you guys, for that. Kids Day, if you can do that, the kids need contacts, and then the Stu Perry Top Band is going to be on. And let's see, I guess I'm done. There was something else I was supposed to do? I forgot.
No, point to the slide and say field day.
Oh, field day. Yes, that's the big deal on that. Did I not list that in the contest?
No, that's it.
Ooh.
Hey,
Terry. Terry.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, the special event station.
Okay, that'll be in what day in June is that?
June 7th.
Okay, June 7th, the Hurricane WatchNet is going to have a special event from like 7 in the morning to 7 in the evening. And if you want some foreign contacts, I suspect there'll be a lot of the Ark Islands that will check in, Puerto Rico and all the Ark Islands where those hurricanes whipped through.
It's actually 9 to
9 to 9, okay, I'll stand corrected on that.
14/3/25.
All right, Secretary's report.
All right.
My turn.
Secretary's report. All the documentation has either been emailed out and posted up on Facebook. This is the minutes from the last meeting and all of the calendars, the monthly event calendar, the contest calendar, and the DX calendar. Those are all up on Facebook and have been emailed out also. All the video segments from the last meeting have also been put up on Facebook and shared over to the Facebook page. So That's it. That's what I got.
Right, treasurer's report, was sent out to the membership. If anybody has any questions, get with me and I'll try to answer them. OCAPA Net Report.
Okay, net report, we had 10+1 Thursday. Oh. Yeah, we had 10+1 Thursday, kind of a skinny, a net, but appreciate those who checked in. And what we would really like to do is there's 3 of us that rotate, and so when Hamvention comes up or somebody's out of town or the All Ham Club dinner, we would really like a couple more net control. We've got a pre-written script and you can change it to suit yourself. Pretty easy, and I know a lot of you guys have been net control and other things. If you'd like to step up, and if we could put 5 on there or maybe 4 with a stand-in, that would really be helpful, kind of spread the work around.
Thank you, Derek. You want to give it to Dave?
Both the repeaters are working well, and the UHF repeater worked wonderfully for the marathon this year. Tremendous coverage. No movement down at Newcastle, but the tower guys I got lined up, his shoulders are just about healed and should be ready to start climbing before too long. Weather permitting, of course. The digital is still disabled on the UHF repeater. Dwayne and I need to get back down there and turn that on one day and get it going. Not that there's that many of you guys who use that. Next.
Terry, would you?
Any questions?
VE testing, none. No candidates today.
We had 0 candidates today for the VE testing report.
So nobody failed.
Nobody failed. Nobody passed.
Think positive.
Tom, you want to talk about CORA? Because I wasn't at the meetings.
Okay, we had CORA meeting this past Saturday. Preparations are moving along nicely for Ham Holiday. Tim Duffy is going to be our speaker at the Friday night banquet. Oh, cool.
We'll also be doing a wolf hong ceremony. If we get just one person to walk in the room, we're going to do it. So we'll be checking with our various wolf hong members to covet your support and have that ceremony.
You might mention the status of that.
Yes, would you?
You might mention the status of the Wolfong project.
Yes.
The ARL.
Okay. ARRL is essentially abandoned wolf hong. For a variety of reasons I won't get into.
They're woke.
Ironically, the wolf hong and the wolf hong pin were never copyrighted by the ARRL, which surprised me. John Stratton, our Noble West Gulf Division Director, went out and he took out the copyright on wolf hong and the wolf hong pins. Now, if you'll notice on your wolf hong pin, it says in very tiny letters ARRL. So we could produce our own pins minus the ARRL on there. We can also basically make our own rules now because the ARRL has, like I said, essentially abandoned the wolf hong. Where that would help us out is we would not have to do it or do the ceremony at a sanctioned hamfest. We could essentially now do it whenever we wanted to. It would be nice to do them associated with hamfest because you'd have more people available, but essentially any rules involving wolf hong have been essentially abandoned by the ARRL.
So Tom, does that mean that you no longer have to be an ARRL member to do the wolf?
Well, like I said, we can make our own rules, and we would probably hold to that because it is the whole idea is being founded by the ARRL. The wolf hong is in support of good operating practice and collegial relations amongst the amateur community. We would probably still want to hold on to that requirement of being an ARRL member. Yeah, Terry.
Would that, without wanting to give too much away to folks that might not be Wolf Hong members, would that include, or what do you think about the props?
I'm sorry now?
The props.
The props? You mean
The scene,
It?
the stage.
No, the scenery. The scenery props.
Yeah, that's in storage out at the,
No, would you envision still doing that?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And all of the scenery is in storage out at the Newcastle repeater site, and the costumes and a couple of other little props used in the ceremony are in my closet at home.
Where are the cattle prods? Oh, I didn't say that.
You didn't say cattle prod.
No, I didn't.
Okay, don't say cattle prod. And there's a rumor that we make people get naked during the ceremony.
Just a rumor.
It's just a rumor.
Definitely not a-
No.
Pointing and laughing.
Believe it or not, that
We
came
don't-
up one year.
We don't want you there either, Hal.
It came up. Somebody said, "I understand we have to get naked." And then, no. Okay.
It's all
But that aside, other planning is going forward. We've got the pre-registration is open. The pre-registration prize is the ICOM IC. Hope I get this designation right. 2830 or 2730. It's the new dual bander.
2730 black faces.
Yeah, that's the pre-registration prize. Also, an FTDX 10 and an FTDX 710 AESS, is it? Those are the special and grand prizes. We've got
I'm
several-
gonna interrupt you because that is, the special prize is this year called a super prize, and it is it's a Yaesu FT, help me with the model number, 100D or
101D.
101D.
101D, okay.
It's a $4,000 radio. We decided it's not a set this year. We're not doing the antenna and the whole thing. But it's a $4,000 prize that we're giving away at both Hamfests this year, and all the prizes are purchased. I wish I could say I had them all in hand, but most of them are in my basement actually. So we got some beautiful prizes this year. If you look on the website for Ham Holiday, it lists them all and gives details. So
And as mentioned, pre-registration is open. So you can go online, sign up for admission, the banquet, any tables if you need, and purchase the special drawing tickets. There's only, 300 this year?
300 tickets, and I bought the first 5.
Yeah.
I think I bought 10 so far.
You bought the second for 10 or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
$20 a copy.
yeah.
Okay. We need help. If you would like to help volunteer for registration, helping the vendors get in and out, it would certainly be appreciated. Any questions on Ham Holiday?
I'm going to add on that, Hammerama down in Ardmore is more problematic as far as help. If you think about putting that on your calendar and coming down and helping down there, the distance makes a difference, and a lot of us go down and spend the night, which is an expense out of our pockets, but Hammerama, we tend to be very skeleton crew down there, so, and it's as big a ham fest as up here, so put that on your calendar. That's October or something. But
One advantage with Hammerama, if you go down there on Friday, we go to this wonderful Italian restaurant.
Yes.
You'll be so ashamed of yourself when you walk out of there.
October 11 for the date. October 11.
Yeah.
yeah,
It's normally at the end of October, but this year, because of a scheduling kerfuffle, or policy
they'd already
change-
booked our weekend at the
Yeah.
convention center down there, so we're early this year. And by the way, it's already booked for next year on the 4th weekend is when it's supposed to be. But
Is that a Saturday only?
yes,
And-
set up for vendors on Friday, and Hamfest is only on Saturday.
And of course, Ham Holiday is out at OCCC again this year. Hammerama is at the Ardmore Convention Center again.
And that's also, isn't it, OU, Texas?
Correct.
It's what?
OU, Texas.
So you can stop in on your way to or from
and get some fried pies.
May not be such a good game this